caffeine was secured. Back to Wadapalooza.
I'm Aaron, this is Zack. We're going to be teaching you guys.
Aaron's going to bend his knees and hinge, okay? Higher than that. Yes! That's okay, hey.
Wonderful.
Okay, so I'm in Miami right now for Wadapalooza, which is, if you don't know, it's a big event for CrossFitters. It's a big competition, there's tons of vendors, and the main vendor of the thing is Tier, and I'm sponsored by Tier, so they put me up, and I'm doing a seminar today with Squat University at the event. Should be a lot of fun. So I want to go get some caffeine from the event and then come back and go to this gym, get a quick session, and then go back to the event to coach this seminar.
Just past that 12.5-minute mark. One final run.
Okay, so caffeine was secured. I took a bunch of some random caffeine at one of those booths. Now I'm gonna go do some hang power cleans, some biceps, maybe some pull-ups, I don't know. Then head back and do a seminar. Man, it is such a trip showing up to these things and having people stop me and take a picture and talk about how much my videos have impacted them. I'm just like, it's crazy. I'll never get over it. It's so cool. Oh yeah, fun little workout. Did those hang power cleans with the straps. I like to call them football cleans. Those are fantastic if you do them correctly. You know, cleaning with straps, never get below parallel, just for safety reasons. And you're focusing on really using the hands and using the traps. Like after that workout, my traps are on fire. I don't personally know anything that will grow your traps more. But also that movement has just been a hack to kind of keep me in shape in like the easiest possible way. So I did that drop set, which was sick. You guys definitely got to try it. A single at 285, 2 at 265, 3 at 245, 5 at 225, and then 10 at 135. So now I'm going to back to Wadapalooza to do my seminar for tier with Squat University. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm gonna kick this thing's ass, dude. I'm built for these seminars, bro. I can tell you what, if you guys ever get a chance to see one of my seminars, I crush them. I give people the best value that they can get in this sport. I promise you that. So, God, I don't know how many of these I've done. I reckon it's like, we're getting close to 100. So, yeah, let's do it. All for brand, baby.
Hi, Zack.
All right. Congrats, dude. That was so sick.
Yeah, sick.
That was
man.
so sick. That last event was sick. Also being with Evelyn, dude. She's my homie.
All right, does everyone have a barbell? You close to it? All right, guys, well, welcome to today's seminar. I'm Aaron, this is Zach. We're gonna be teaching you guys your feet nice and stable. We got a good foot position right here. Are they turned out maybe a little bit more than we like? Are they firm or are they stable? Where are your elbows at? Now, am I looking for everyone to necessarily kick? Not really. I'm looking for, first and foremost, can you get close to it? Because if you are very far away from that distance, you have very tight ankles, and the more ankle mobility you have, the deeper you can get in a squat with a more upright chest, which is going to be more efficient for the receiving position of a snatch or a clean. Who here can touch? A few. Who here cannot touch?
Honestly, I don't know if I can.
What we're going to do is sit down into that really deep squat position, right? And then put one knee or one elbow on top of your knee and swivel it forward over your toes. So from right here, he's getting a really good stretch in the back of his calf. So this is a calf stretch that is specific to the mobility demands of the front squat. So everyone squat down as deep as you can. Elbows go on top of the knee so you can push your knee forward. You feel that? So now you're stretching in a position that's very specific. There's nothing wrong with calf stretches like this or like lunging, but that doesn't look like a front squat. So when you're stretching like this, you are being more specific to the change that you're trying to create. So something like this. Now one thing real quick, I'm gonna use you as an example right here. Give me my example. Watch her knee real quick. Go back and do what you were doing. Where's she stretching her knee? That doesn't look like a position that we want to emulate in the deep front squat, right? So when you're stretching that knee over the toe, get your knee into the position that you want to show in the bottom of the deep front squat. So drive that knee over the outside of your foot. Did anyone see any improvements? A little bit? There we go. Usually what I do is have people sit down so they can do both feet at the same time. But we're just gonna like look at one side, see how far it goes, and then do the same thing on the other side. So sort of take a straight shot in your head, what that looks like, how much motion you have, and then let's go to the other side, and you're to do the same thing. And again, some people have a little, some people have a lot. First and foremost, we're looking for clearing out big side-to-side differences. So if you have one side that can move a lot, and then the other side is just stuck, what that shows is that on that side, as you squat down, you want to be able to have symmetrical opening of your hips, so you will end up sort of shifting a little bit. Does anyone have a bit different side to side? A few people. Okay, there you go. Now, again, the biggest thing is exposing. Test, don't guess. So he's got maybe 20 degrees or so of motion, whereas on the other side, he's got a lot. Maybe we'll call that 40. So, okay, so we can see side to side. So we're gonna take this band. Now usually I would do a much thinner band. It's a little bit thicker, but it's still gonna work. So we're gonna place this under the base of his first toe. So right there, so not the tip, but the base of the first toe. We're going to take the band, he's going to tension it, and then try to open that hip out to the side by squeezing your glute. You feel the glute engage? Yeah, okay, yep, and now still keep the full foot flat. There you go. Squeeze that as hard as you can for 5 seconds. And then come back. Do 5 of those right now. So what he's doing is he's teaching his body how to create that rotation at the ankle joint. So it's not necessarily a hard stretch, but rather a motor learning drill that teaches you how to access that motion that you should have. So something like this is going to do 5, and then just retest and we'll see what that looks like after. Is that different? Yeah, there you go. Next we're going to make our way all the way up to the hip. So what I want everyone to do is lie on the back. We have 2 tests for the hip to again see if there's any big differences side to side. The first one, we're going to go knee to chest. Just pull one knee as far forward as you can. Now you can see how far Zack can pull his knee. That shows that his hips have a lot of motion available for deep squatting. Okay, so I want everyone to try this real quick. Pull your knee to your chest. What I'm looking for specifically is if you have a pinch or an ache or pain in the front of your hip that limits knee to chest. Okay? And then drop your pelvis down until you feel a really good stretch in your butt muscle on the side. Okay, so drop your pelvis this way. There you go. Do you feel a stretch right there? There you go. Right. So again, look at yourself. See how far down you can go. Zach's about a thumb and a fist away. Now we do the same thing on the other side. And again, what we're looking for is not whether or not you can get all the way down, but we're trying to uncover and fix asymmetry side to side. So if one side drops a lot and the other side drops a little, you have a big issue side to side in hip external rotation, which will limit your ability to open your hips and sit symmetrically into the bottom of that deep squat. Is anyone? Very good. So this is a great hip opener, but it starts with an upright chest. Opening your hip like this, where you feel the glute contract a little bit, and then shift over. You should feel a really good stretch in your groin. And again, you can play around with the position of your foot to find what works best for your anatomy and your current level of flexibility. But do both sides, because some people will feel really, really good on one side, and then they go to the other side, and they're like, holy crap, that is very, very tight. So being able to expose those side-to-side differences before you start loading will allow you to get the most out of your technique efficiency and therefore your performance with less risk of injury long term. Okay, when your palms are up, okay, we're externally rotating. So if you can go palms down and go all the way up to the sky like this, but then when you externally rotate and you try to touch the ground with your palm facing down, it's tighter. That shows that lats are a restrictor in your overhead motion. Now, even though your arms are way up here, you're like, well, I should be able to front squat because my arms are way up to here. My elbows only go to here with the front squat. It's because the lats do 2 things. They don't only allow for this, but they allow you to externally rotate and grab that bar. So we have to have a little bit more demand on their extensibility to be able to get there. So again, we're looking for about a 5 to 10 second hold. And then here's another fun way that you can stretch those lats, and that's going to be an eccentric muscle contraction. Nice and slow. And nice and slow on the way down. Keep your elbows in. Right here. So this also teaches you, if you're new to the front squat, you're like, gosh, every time I put that bar on my chest, I feel like it's cutting my neck off. It just feels uncomfortable. This teaches you how to be comfortable with your front squat. The front squats. Now, if he did not have good mobility, good hip mobility, good flexibility of his upper body even to get in this position, and good core stability, that bar would just roll right off his chest. So it's a great self-limiting exercise in that if you can't do it, the bar rolls off the ground. That's why we use bumper plates. Looking good, looking good. Something like this, if you're looking programming-wise, you can start off with reps of 1 to 3.
Grip width, just outside the legs. You can kind of, he actually has this. Yeah, so he goes a slightly wider grip. The movement we're gonna do first is just a hang muscle clean. As simple as elbows, no, we're staying up tall. Elbows are the only thing that are moving. You can actually lock your knees out. Elbows come high and through. Yeah, so what we're gonna look for, guys, is really strict upright row. So like almost like a bodybuilder would. Don't even turn over right now here. Just do like a high pull. Yeah, just like a bodybuilder. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert this into a turnover. Okay, simple as that. First person up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get 3 or 4 reps.
Yeah, get a couple high pulls and turn over. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Oh yeah. Okay, don't drop those elbows early, right? Here, then through. Very strict with the upper body. So we're not actually bending our knees yet. We're just staying right. Stay tall, stand up, all the way up. There we go. Grab the bar tight, elbows high. Then turn over. We're not moving at all. So what we're gonna do is, while the elbows come up, we're gonna squat. See this? Okay, so elbows come up. Yeah, same time. Again, I want you guys to use your arms. I want you to use your arms. If we drop the elbows early, it leads to bad habits later on. Okay, so elbows high. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let's go. First group up. We should feel this in our biceps. Next group, next group. Right? We're being strict here, whereas normally in the clean, the bar is kind of freed up and we're moving around. Right here, we're being very strict. Just try to squat a little bit. Squat at the same time. Nice. Even slower. Yes. That was good. One of the most valuable drills you can do if you want to get better at the clean, I'm telling you right now. Okay? So we are going to take these same concepts, this strict elbow drive, right? That upper body, that bodybuilding movement. He's going to get the bar to right below that tier symbol on his shirt, and he's going to descend. He is not jumping. He is following. Okay? Yeah, I would say go slower. Yeah, pull slow. Even more emphasis. Back there. Yes. Slow. Go. You guys see that? So a lot of times people are going to tell you we need triple extension. How many people power clean more than they full squat clean? Raise your hand. Raise your hand in here too. That's your issue right there, is you are taught to extend like this, where in the clean, what we want is to be under control, like straight. I'm not here, okay? If I pull everything here, it makes it very difficult for me now to get my hips down, right? Look at this. They suck on the back. So naturally, if I clean like this, it's gonna be easy for me to power clean like this. So what we wanna do is actually control our hips. Don't let them come through like this. Control the movement here, okay? And that's a key word you're not gonna hear really in CrossFit, okay? So the movement that we're gonna do right now, we're gonna move on. So what we're gonna do is establish contact, okay? Aaron's gonna bend his knees and hinge, okay? A little bit higher than that. Now he's gonna let the barbell go away from him. So he's actually gonna release his lats. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna pull that bar back to him, good, just like that. And what he's gonna do now is keep the shoulders somewhat over the bar and actually hit the thigh. And now use your arms in that strict way like you did before. Yes. You guys see this? Let me hold on. I can actually keep my feet on the ground. We're just establishing this contact. That's it. Right? 5, 6, 7, everything we're gonna talk about so far is right where all in control. 12, 13, 14. Okay, so the drill we're looking for right now is just establish contact. That's it. Is that 19, contact? 20. When you're ready, turn over, catch. Eyes forward, eyes forward. Your legs aren't going anywhere. Guys, we don't need to go like this, right? We don't need to extend like crazy. Just keep it all under control, right here. I don't need to throw my shoulders back like crazy. This is one of my big cues, is keep your chest involved. Don't pull it back. We don't need our chest to get loose, especially in the clean. Okay? Now when you're ready, turn over. That was great right there. That was fantastic. All right, second group. Second group, if we haven't rotated yet, let's get in, let's go, let's go, let's go. Now what we're gonna do, basically the same drill, but instead of letting the bar come away from us, we're just gonna go to the mid shake. Okay, so Aaron's gonna grab the bar, and And what he can do is he can establish that contact and high pull, keeping his chest involved. Yeah, that's great. See, and then when he's ready, he can turn it over. Now we're full clean, okay? Let's go, let's do it. Good. Remember, keep those shoulders forward. Bet you haven't heard that cue. Go forward. It's good, I'm telling you. Yes. Good. So the moment you start to mess up, take a step backwards. Okay? So that contact drill, let's say you were doing the contact drill and it was great, it was working, then you went below the knee and all of a sudden everything falls apart. Go back to that contact drill. Okay? Essentially what we're gonna do here is Aaron's gonna start with the bar in the stand up, always stood up position. And all he's gonna do is the same drill we just did, but instead of stopping at the mid shin, he's gonna tap and go. You guys know what a tap and go clean is, correct? But the whole time he's gonna move slowly. Okay? So he's gonna go down slowly. Go ahead. No, we're gonna clean. Yeah. Down slowly. When he taps, he's gonna stay slow. Then he's gonna go. We can make even more emphasis. Slow on the way down. He's gonna tap, slow on the way up, and then go. Okay? We're not tapping and going, hell yeah, let's send it. Okay? But chill and then change speed. This should be lightweight. Okay? Any questions on that? I would say even Aaron, you can push your hips through even less. And when it's lightweight, guys, this is a concept that's very foreign. Okay? You're gonna see when you're lifting it or when you're cleaning with light weights, you're gonna say, why isn't that guy extending? It's because right now we're focusing on timing. And all of these concepts lead us to cleaning more weight down the line. So our timing needs to be good. Okay? The position, the valuable positions will lead to good timing, okay? And good timing will allow us to lift more weight. So Aaron, even on that, he could have stayed more like this on contact. Just like this. Doesn't have to push through. Maybe once it gets heavier, he can think like that, but it doesn't have to, okay? So what we're gonna do is, guys, be responsible with your first weight choice, but we're gonna start with this tap and go, okay? I would say we can like separate these bars just a little bit more. You guys almost clink one another. You got these weird snub-nosed barbells, super weird, but CrossFitters, you know, CrossFitters get CrossFit. Okay, so look, here's what you don't want to do. Like this. See this? Now, if I'm confident that I could have probably unraveled it. Right? But why would I do that? What I like to think about doing, guys, is actually I can cover my toes with my knees. Okay? So you guys in the crowd, right? I line the barbell up kind of over this toe strap right here, make it slightly higher for the clean. And then the first movement I do is actually just cover my toes with my knees from my own perspective. I maintain that position, so I cover. Now I maintain that as I grab the bar. What this does is it makes sure that my quads are active. If I just round my back, are my quads active, Aaron? No, right? Now I gotta make them active. Bullshit, why would I do that? Like this is free money we can take, okay? So we're covering the bar like this, and we're right here. Oh, I'm ready to rip this bitch, okay? So then what I want you to think is take a distinct breath in before you pull, and then pull, okay? And now that we have established that slow pull, continue to do that as we warm up. We can go up in weights. Okay, that's every coach's last words. Build weight, right? But be responsible. But to start, you know, if we start yanking this bar off the floor when all we've learned is to control the first pull, that's our own damn fault, okay? There, yes, timing, everything was better, okay? Now without throwing the hips forward. Aggression, right? You want to go. Ah, you did, you went back, you resorted back. I told you to be aggressive and you went like this. Right? Let's just work on that. You know the concept, you know what you need to do. Good. Start from the top though. I'm actually a firm believer in squeezing the bar in your hands, okay? A lot of times I understand the concept of loosening the hands, right, because we want our arms to be ropes, but if we have bad movements with our hips, if we're shooting the hips forward, these ropes become a bigger problem. We need to feel the bar. At the end of the day, the hands are moving the bar. So I like to think about actually tactile, like feel the bar in your hands, squeeze it. That's like one of my favorite cues. Let's go. Yes! The timing was there that time, okay? We need to do this thing, guys. This is actually a really cool little concept. It's not just about where our hips are, where the weight is. It's actually our body weight like this. You guys see my body weight, how it's moving back and forth? I call this a Michael Jackson lean, right? You know how Michael Jackson does that lean thing? Right? Your body weight needs to be over the toes just a little bit. Not just like, because if I say chest forward, you're going to keep your body weight in the same position. You're going to stick your ass back. Okay, we need both to come forward. And that's a huge concept. So for you, if your toes are flaring, it's because you're not keeping that pressure. Yeah. So we're gonna be right. Yeah, good. Eyes forward. Let's go. Yes! That's okay. Hey. Now, just more aggression in the depth, right? So I think your crutch is the hips. Crutch is just throwing the hips forward. Now you don't have that, so you have to be more aggressive. Okay? Take your time. There we go. Wonderful. We're total nerds about this shit. Okay? Like, weightlifting, I love to a crazy degree, and I'm a total nerd about it. This guy is one of the best PTs in the world, so thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you guys so much. Hope you have the rest of your day.